If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again and welcome to episode number 10 of the Newcastle United Career Mode series here on FIFA 16. We are in fantastic form, probably the best form I've been in any series I've ever done. 10 wins in a row in the league. We scraped through though in the Cup in the episode before last against Bournemouth, but we are still involved in the Capital One Cup, and we actually have a much more difficult tie next time around against Tottenham. That'll be in tomorrow's episode. Today we have Blackburn, Nottingham Forest and Preston, hoping to continue that run of 10 wins in a row in the league. If we could make it 13, then I'd be absolutely delighted, to be completely honest. We're still unbeaten, the only side unbeaten still in the league, and we have a 6-point lead at the top of the table. So things are going phenomenally well for us here in this attempt to get Newcastle promoted back to the top league in England at the first attempt. We're still on Legendary. I've been on Legendary for the entire time. We just apparently are much better than any of the other Championship level clubs. Considering the quality of player that Newcastle have and the quality of player we've brought in as well, this team is absolutely tearing it up right now. So if you enjoyed today's episode, then make sure you drop the video a like rating, subscribe to the channel too to ensure you don't miss out on any further of this series or the My Player series, where we've recently moved to Liverpool, of course. So check the channel page for any of those videos if you've missed them. But without any further ado, I'm going to go and fiddle with my starting lineup slightly because a few people aren't necessarily at 100% fitness, and then we'll jump into this game against Blackburn. Oh, an early cross that may reach its mark actually. I think it was Jamal Lascelles that actually headed that back to the keeper. Very good cross. Caught me completely by surprise. I was waiting for him to try and burst down the line and beat Rico Henry for pace, but he whipped in the ball early and it almost worked perfectly. And Iosi Perez is through here. What a ball. Iosi Perez this time. I missed a one-on-one against Takemi in the last episode, and I thought I'll take this one earlier because the keeper then surely won't stand a chance of saving it. But no, still throws out some fingertips and gets there. Apparently I'm terrible at finishing one-on-ones with Iosi Perez. Who knew? Akpan into Grimes to Jackson. Simeon Jackson with a shot. What a goal! The keeper didn't react at first and I thought that was going to go over, and then all of a sudden he panics. It flies into the top corner and he doesn't get anywhere near it, Tim Krul. What a finish from Simeon Jackson on his left foot as well. I thought it was safe from there. I felt comfortable letting him have a shot from that sort of range with a defender near him, but world class. There's nothing you can do against an effort like that. Brilliant strike. 1-0 Blackburn. Anita to Tiote to Shelvey. Spread it out wide to Darryama. Now, if I can draw that defender in fact, maybe play Matt Ritchie through the gap. Lovely run by Matt Ritchie. Oh, and he's put it wide. I can't believe we've missed that. A great opportunity. The run from Ritchie was brilliant. The ball from Janmaat was perfect, but the finish, not quite good enough. Janmaat, just squeezes that through the gap. Iosi Perez will give this to Gini Wijnaldum. We'll try a turn. It's not worked as well as I'd hoped it would do, but Wijnaldum could get in the box here. Surely this is going to be 1-1. Gini Wijnaldum is absolutely deadly in those inside forward positions. That's twice now he's done that for us in the most recent of the games that we've played. Good goal for, I think that's his 4th goal in the league this season, Gini Wijnaldum. Doing really well for me out on that left-hand side. Just turned inside. Defender tried to dangle a leg. Could have won a penalty if he'd gone over it, but decided to put the ball in the back of the net himself instead. 1-1. Going to pull this corner back to the man on the edge of the box. I think it's Vernon Anita. It's not. It's Chet Tiote. Actually get it across here to Iosi Perez, and he will not give us a goal to go in front. And oh, Gini Wijnaldum comes so close to getting his and our second of the game, but couldn't steer it on target. Anita, poke this to Shelvey. Quickly get it through that gap to Iosi Perez. Try and work the ball across the other side of the pitch. We go Rico Henry first, then down the line to Gini Wijnaldum. This worked brilliantly last time for us. Is it going to work again? There's still a number of players to get past. He's at the inside the post. Defenders come to try and get this. Oh, so close to a second again. Gini Wijnaldum almost a carbon copy of his first goal, but off the inside of the woodwork, and Blackburn get lucky. Ritchie into Vernon Anita, pokes it through for Iosi Perez. Surely he could put this one away. Perez with the outside of his right foot. Oh, I can score goals from close range with Iosi Perez. This one was taken from me even further out though than the previous 2 one-on-ones that I've missed, and he took it with the outside of his boot rather than me trying to finesse it into the corner. Turns out that was the better option. 2-1 Newcastle. Matt Ritchie steals it off the man. Get it quickly to Iosi Perez. tries to just dupe the defender with a turn. Oh, it's a lovely ball through. Is Gini Wijnaldum onside? The answer is no, as Jonjo Shelvey comes in to put in the rebound. Lovely through ball, just squeezing it in between the defenders to get it through to him. But, oh, he's just gone a little bit too soon. This has been such a good game. Grimes. Through. Oh, lovely ball around the corner. Tiote goes down. What is going on? They've equalised. I cannot believe that has just happened. People were falling over each other to not get to the ball. Unbelievable defending. That's the first time we've ever conceded 2 goals in a game. It's typical, isn't it? In the intro, I'm like, oh, we've won 10 games in a row. We're going to storm the league. We're still unbeaten. And then that is just ridiculous. That's the sort of goal that only could be scored on FIFA. 2-2. There goes the final whistle. I'm so frustrated that we haven't won that game. We had so many chances. In the end, perhaps that one-on-one that I missed with Jose Perez right at the very beginning of the game is the one chance that means that we haven't gotten a victory here. Although who could have said that equaliser was going to come in that fashion, that second goal for them. Ridiculous goal. I'm so annoyed. There are only 2 shots of the game as well, and they scored both of them, even though apparently neither were on target. Alright, game, if you say so. We dominated the chance creation, but it's only a 2-2 draw. Norwich win as well, so they'll close the gap. Aston Villa lost against Wolves in a Midlands derby of sorts, and that means that our lead over them will extend, and in actual fact Aston Villa have dropped down to 5th now. The gap over Norwich is 4 points now, closing the gap. We need to ensure that we hopefully extend it again with another win this time around against Nottingham Forest. Missing 4 players on international duty for this next game against Forest. Krul, Janmat, Ritchie and Tiote. To be fair, Janmat and Tiote wouldn't have played because of their stamina, but Ritchie may have started on the right-hand side and Krul would have started in goal. So I've put Dominic Iorfa in at right-back and Sells in goal. Tovan starting on the left-hand side. Again, Gini Wijnaldum and Jose Perez up top. And hopefully, this time around, we'll come away with 3 points. And Bemba through to Jack Colback. See the run of Gini Wijnaldum, and we'll ping in with a great ball from Jack Colback. He's turning inside. We'll look for Jose Perez, who will get the shot off early, and that is a finish and a half from Jose Perez. That's more like it, Jose. Wonderful finish from the edge of the box. Great stuff. 1-0 in front after just 10 minutes. I'm relieved, actually, because the way that Blackburn game went, I was slightly concerned that if I started to stutter in front of goal again, I might not get into the game as well as we did against Blackburn, but he's bent that beautifully around the defender. Keeper, no chance. We're in front. Let's hold on to the lead this time. Colback drilled up to Saive. Nicely done. Here's Tovan, and we'll just bend it in towards the box, but Danny Fox gets in the way of it. It's only going to come as far as Jack Colback, though. Good first touch. Looking for Musa. Musa gets the ball out of his feet and some space, but a great save from Rensing. Brilliant save from Rensing. Let's float it to the man at the back post there. I think it's Florian Tovan. It is. Get it under control. Good lad. And then bend it with your left into the top corner. Oh, I thought it had gone in. Oh, I thought that had gone in. But it didn't. It hit the support post behind and went across the back of the goal. What an effort from Florian Tovan. I thought he'd bent that right into the top corner the same way Simeon Jackson did. Oh, it's another corner, is it? Okay. I didn't realise that. Tovan with a cross. Up goes Jose Perez. It's on target, but it hits the defender and drops kindly for the goalkeeper. Colback to Perez. Slot through Tovan, who will get there, but can he turn inside the defender? Yes, 1. Yes, 2. Yes, 3. I need to find a teammate. There's Gini, and save. Idara with the throw. We'll go backwards to Sissoko here and drill this into Jose Perez. Decent first touch. There's Gini Wijnaldum. Could go for the shot from the edge of the box. Has done. Oh! Outside the post. That's twice he's hit the woodwork now in today's episode, Gini Wijnaldum. Really good effort. I dropped him to centre mid to take off Saive and bring on Dwight Gale at left wing. And it's worked well, but unfortunately not well enough to get us a second goal. Dwight Gale on the counter-attack. I need you to run the other side of the defender, please, Iose. There you go. Matt Mills has gone with him, which opens up the space for Gale. And, well, there's still so much space for Gale. Simple. I probably should have tried to turn inside and open up a better angle to shoot first time around, but we've scored the goal anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Newcastle 2, Nottingham Forest 0. Yeah, I probably should have, when Matt Mills made that extra movement, I probably should have just drifted inside to open up the angle to whip it round, but never mind. It was a poor first effort, and simple finish in the end. 2-0. There goes the final whistle, a 2-0 win against Nottingham Forest. Pleased to have bounced back from that draw against Blackburn and picked up 3 points at the very next opportunity. A couple of good opportunities for Forest in that game, but we had definitely enough to... apparently. It's really bad at counting chances for opposition, because they had more than one shot, and Blackburn had more than 2 in the last game. I don't understand why it does it, but anyway, a dominant performance overall, even if it didn't count all of Forest's chances. Villa win. Norwich draw, so roles reversed. The gap is back up to 6 points. We drew and then won, and Norwich won and then drew. So the next game in the episode will be the deciding one with regards what is going to happen with the gap. We are training. Is anyone going to go up a rating? No, but growth all round for everybody, apart from Rolando Aarons, unfortunately. And the next game, who was it? Was it Huddersfield? No, Preston on the Friday. Okay, playing a day early, but never mind. We'll see if we can get another 3 points. Call back to Sissoko. I'm going to try a long distance one. Oh, good save by Anders Lindegaard. We'll let that go for a corner, Genie. It's been an extremely difficult opening half an hour. I've not been able to create much at all. And neither have they, to be fair. We've just been switching possession around in the midfield. 3 people end up on the floor there, and for some reason, Alan kicks that straight out for a Newcastle throw. Strange decision, but I've got Daryl Janmaat coming in support here. Brings it down well. There's Jack Colback. Musa Sissoko's in support too. Look for Ayoze Perez, who does get there ahead of the defender and somehow holds him off for a second time as well. Now, where do I go? I'm going to go to Jack Colback and quickly get it to Henri Saive. Looking for Musa Sissoko, but Bailey Wright does well. Colback wins that header. Ayoze Perez will get there and turn and shoot, and deflected and out for another corner. This is the best spell of pressure that we've had all game. Musa Sissoko again to loft the ball in. Up goes Perez. All cleared away by Johnson. It's dropped to Gini Wijnaldum. Deflected off the bar. I wouldn't let me change to the man in the middle. I'm going to knock this down. Tovan wide. Oh, I cannot score. I cannot score. 5 minutes or so plus to half time. Good header by Saive. Colback will bring it down. Get past one man. Jose Perez will look to play him in. I'm going to have to turn inside, and then Finessa. Good save again by Anders Lindegaard. We are coming to life at the end of this first half. Only a minute added on for stoppage, so there probably won't be enough time to get another chance, you wouldn't have thought, but we'll try our best. Look for, it was meant for Musa Sissoko. Sissoko is in the box! We have finally scored. All of this pressure in the last 10 in-game minutes pays at last. 1-0 to Newcastle United away at Deepdale. Thankfully, we're 1-0 up now, and hopefully we can keep that lead till the end of the game. Preston haven't looked like they're going to score at all, and we just keep getting stronger and stronger as the half went on. We'll just need to keep that going into the second half. Saive out to Janmaat. Tovan is just standing there, so let's go back inside to Saive and then give that to Musa. Quickly look for Ayoze Perez. There's the turn. It's a good one, and the shot is also extremely good. Ayoze Perez makes it 2-0 after 65 minutes. That is exactly what we needed. We are destroying the Championship this year. That game against Bournemouth, though, in the Cup, proved that when it comes to the Premier League, we aren't necessarily good enough. But for the Championship, with the players we've got right now, we are tearing things up. I'm actually very... What a finish, by the way. I'm actually very intrigued to see how we get on against Tottenham in the Capital One Cup tomorrow. That will be a real test to see where this squad stands with regards Premier League opposition. But for now, we're going on from strength to strength in the Championship. Wijnaldum. Colback. I had to go back there because the defender marked me off well. I see the run being made by Musa Sissoko, but I'll try and actually just burst through that gap with Rico Henry because he's pretty quick, to be fair, and Dwight Gale's pretty quick too, and he's pretty good feet with his feet too, and into Gini Wijnaldum, and there's a third. Lovely link-up play. Use the old drop Gini into midfield, bring on a new left midfielder tactic, because Henri Saive's stamina just dies. After about an hour in any game, Henri Saive is absolutely shattered, but Dwight Gale's come on up top for Ayoze Perez, immediately gets an assist. Gini Wijnaldum's been dropped to midfield as Saive's gone off for Rolando Aarons, and he's immediately scored from that central midfield role. Fantastic stuff. 3-0 up now. Rico Henry to Jack Colback. I want to turn and get this to Rolando Aarons, and then we'll try and open up those legs and let him run at a couple of people, which he's doing really well. The same jink move works a couple of times. Let's go back to him here. That was a terrible attempted pass, but Gini Wijnaldum will come away with the ball, and we may still score a fourth anyway. That was poor from me, I'll be honest, but somehow Gini Wijnaldum's just powered through. That pass there, it's almost as if he just let his touch run rather than actually playing the pass, and then just picked up the loose ball again and smacked it in the back of the net. Maybe... Maybe I should just play with Gini Wijnaldum in the middle anyway. and not need to buy a new centre mid. Like we were thinking about replacing Jonjo Shelvey. Maybe I should just drop Gini Wijnaldum into that central midfield position and maybe give Dwight Gale some football at left wing, or Rolando Aarons some extra football, because he hasn't played much so far. He's not been that good for me when he has played, but he's young enough and has a high enough potential that I want to give him at least some football. So I'm not sure. I think actually Gini Wijnaldum could be the answer to that central midfield situation, and then we'd contemplate bringing in another winger. If not, just give the players that we've got on the squad a little bit more football than they've been currently getting, because this team at the minute is just doing wonders. And I'd feel guilty replacing anyone in the January transfer window or the summer window following on from that. So I might just stick with this same squad. If this squad have shown the commitment to stay at the club once they've been relegated, I can't then fail to show commitment to them if they look like they're going to get us convincingly promoted again, can I really? I'd feel bad. So I'm not sure what to do. Yes, we have a lot of money, but just because we have it doesn't mean we have to spend it. Another dominating performance. Preston genuinely only had 1 or 2 efforts in that game. The previous games were much more evenly played than the stats actually showed, unfortunately. But the gap is now 9 points at the top, but we have played... You welcome, Rolando Aarons, for the chance. We have now played a game extra than Brighton and Norwich, who sit 9 points behind us each. Leeds are 10 points behind us. Villa 11 points behind us, and then there's a big gap down to Birmingham. So there's kind of a 4-way fight between Norwich, Brighton, Leeds and Villa for the second automatic promotion spot. And as things stand so far, about a third of the way through the season, just short of, we are looking like clear favourites for the league title. So hopefully that continues. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel too if you haven't to this point, to make sure you don't miss out on any further of this series. It's going to be one hell of an opening season here at Newcastle United. And without anything more really to add, I will see you next time.